Hello everybody and welcome. The transfer window has slammed shut. Have we been doing any business? And is Mateta about to return to Selhurst Park and spoil the party? Hello and welcome to episode 35 of Where Eagles Dare as we manage Crystal Palace for the FM26 Beta Save. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games, a little bit of a change to what we said we were going to have in this episode last time out. We still have Arsenal in the Premier League match day 26, a top of the table clash this one, and also we did having been qualified for the Champions League knockout phase. We have got our match. It come up a little bit quicker than what I thought, and we are facing Napoli away in the first leg because we finished higher than them in the league table. And it does mean, of course, with Mateta going to Napoli, he is available now that the registration window has reopened. So we could be facing Mateta in today's episode. And as I said in the intro, is he likely to mess up our party? We will have to wait and see. Arsenal are opponents in the Premier League match day 26, as said, Napoli. Then in the knockout round playoff first leg, and we'll see how we get on against them in due course. But the other big question, of course, is transfer window has slammed shut. Have we brought anybody in? Yes, we have. We have brought in Latasari Gertrudia from RB Leipzig. It's a bit complicated, this, because the board are upset because I haven't bought him in, but we wouldn't have had enough money in the pot. We only got about £5 million in there, and with having to pay fees and all the rest of it, I think we'd have been struggling to bring him in. So in order to sort of hinge it a little bit, we've brought him in on loan until the end of the season. We have an option to buy for about £30 million, and I think it's about 32 million by the time we add on all the fees for the loan. But he's very versatile in the back end of this field, as you can see. He can play in central defence. He can play in on the right side here predominantly. He can also play up as a defensive midfielder. He can play in midfield. He can also play up the left side of the pitch. Probably not up here so much, but he can certainly play there at this thing. So this side of the halfway line, he can pretty much play anywhere. So he's quite a versatile player. And as you'll see, he does stack up quite well. His physicals are good. He's 6 foot tall. He's got a good jumping reach. His technicals are okay. Set pieces are right. His penalty taking's good. His mentals are very good. Teamwork 16, determination 15, work rate 15. So I think he potentially is a good signing. So as I say, we have got an option. If it doesn't work out, we can jettison him at the end of the season. But it's quite possible that we will keep him. We'll see how he does. So that was the player coming in. Nobody has gone out. Mateta, the only player, or in fact, I say Mateta, apart from some of the under 21s and what have you that have gone out on loan. But the only player actually physically leaving us was Mateta, who has gone to Napoli, as we have found out. He's only played one substitute game since he's been there, but he may feature today, of course, against his old side, and that is what we are expecting. Right, without any more to do, let's have a look at the fixtures for today. As you'll see, some games have been played. Friday, Norwich beat Fulham by 2-1. Aston Villa have beaten Coventry in the early game, and then there's a raft of 3 o'clockers, and then we will have Liverpool, Manchester United, which does affect us quite a bit at the top of the table here. Liverpool have a game in hand over us, so they could close that gap down if they to win the game against Manchester United. But more importantly, the Manchester City Everton game. So it's Manchester teams playing Liverpool teams effectively, but Manchester City and Everton are the other game. It's the 8 o'clock kickoff, which will have a big importance on us at the top of the table, especially if we can't get a result against Arsenal. So first task is to get a result against Arsenal. Here is the side that faces Arsenal in this match day 26 in the Premier League, and no real massive changes. Henderson is in goal. Mitchell comes in for Angori on the left. Guéhi is in central defence alongside Lacroix. Lacroix coming in to give Drogosan a rest. Manus on the right. Lerma drops into the deep lying playmaker role, giving Doucouré a rest. Wharton is ahead of him in that midfield, and then it's Pino, Uche and Sarr across the attacking midfield. Nketiah gets the nod to lead the attack up front today, and then on the bench it's Benitez, Guy, Angori, Gertrudia. I'm going to have trouble with this, aren't I? Gertrudia, Drogosan, Dans, Yaremi, Xerxes and Bireth. And here we are back at Selhurst Park playing our usual formation. Arsenal playing a 4-3-3 today, making 6 changes from the side that beat Fulham by 2-0 in the Carabao Cup. They are currently 5th on 46 points. As the team has come out onto the pitch. Still playing with the yellow ball. And Arsenal playing in their white, creamy white tops today. And maroon shorts. And they get the game underway. Havertz, in fact, getting the game underway. Calafiori out to Martinelli. Uche gets the ball back. Manus. Wharton. Lerma chips one in. It's headed away by White. Mitchell finds Lerma to Wharton. Nketiah on the ball. Wharton to Mitchell, who's on in place of Angori today. And it's in, and it's gone in. Goalkeeper went down, and I think Mitchell may have been offside. I don't know. VAR is looking at it. It's not. It's a goal, and we have a lead. Mitchell's onside here. When that ball comes in, that was the question, I think. And there's a question whether he was offside there, but it's been given. We have a corner. It's going to be a short one by the looks of it. Wharton to Pino. Back to Wharton. Wharton comes out wide. Nketiah. Wharton. It's gone all the way back to Mitchell, who's the last man. Gay. Lerma. Pino into space. Pino! He's, I thought he was going to take a shot there. Pino still got the ball. It's coming off the post. And Havertz could have a counter-attack on here. In fact, they've given it away. Guéhi out wide to Manus. Manus headed it straight to Marino, who he wasn't too sure what to do with it, I don't think. Mitchell, Pino, Wharton, through to Uche. Uche pulls it back, but Pino has got on it, but Lerma cuts that one out. A free kick given, and Lerma picks up a yellow card. Ben White with the free kick, plays it to Pina. Gabriel. Calafiori. Keeping them at bay at the moment, but you just get that feeling they're going to spread it in a minute. Mitchell gets ahead to it, or did he? Headed back to Calafiori. Just being patient. Looking for a way through, and they're through. Havertz is in, and Havertz has got the equaliser. And, well, we had the lead for not that long. Havertz beating Henderson, and they were just being patient. Marino saw the run of Havertz, put it into space. In fact, the referee was probably in the way, but Havertz across the front of Henderson, and it's 1-1. Ball out of defence. Pino. Wharton to Uche. Uche finds Nketiah. Wharton. Lerma. Mitchell. Pino. Pino keeps hold of the ball. Mitchell working with Pino. Back to Lerma. Lerma into the area. Uche. Uche finds, and it's in the back of the net. Nketiah. Oh, question whether he's offside. Nketiah being supplied by Ismaila Sarr. And it's disallowed. It's not going to count. Thought we'd taken the lead there. And we'll see. I think Nketiah is offside here. Stays offside. He's onside. Sarr. Oh, there's not much in it. Sarr, when that ball's touched, he probably is just fractionally. As we head towards half-time. And it looks like it's going to be 1-1. Or is it? Martinelli on the ball. Pulls it back, but Manus cuts it out. Wharton. Sarr. A counter-attack on here. Nketiah out wide to Pino. It's on, but we need to move it fairly quickly. 2 minutes added on into this. We're in the first of those 2 added on. Crossed in! And Sarr just can't get it on target. And half-time has arrived, and we've had plenty of chances in that first half to have a better scoreline than we've got. Arsenal coming into that in the second half of the game after they got the goal, give them a little bit of a push to do. We are better on the XG, 1.42 against their 0.25, but they have had 67% of the possession. Something we need to try and break down at half time. See if we can start to pick up a little bit of that midfield, if you like, to wrestle some of the possession back. And it's Nketiah getting the second half underway. No changes at half time. Wharton to Pino. Wharton on the ball. Nketiah. Wharton. Wharton, referee getting in the way. Xerxes coming deep. Lerma. Lacroix. Pino. Uche. Back out to Pino. Pino. Uche. Uche and Pino working together. Lerma. Lerma has a shot from distance, and Raya had to put it around the post. And as we fast approach full time, it's looking awfully like a 1-1 draw. Not much highlights in this game. 5 minutes added on in the second half here. Are we going to get another highlight? No, I don't think we are. I think it's going to end up 1-1, and we've dropped points for the first time for a while. It's all over, and we've had chances. Even chances in that second half, and they did have a few. We kept them to 1 shot for a long while. They've had 10 shots, 4 on target against our 18 and 9. 2.17. It really should have been a second goal, but having had a goal ruled out and 0.91, it was always going to be a very tight affair. But we've only managed to get that draw. Hopefully, haven't taken too much out of us before we meet Napoli in the Champions League. Well, the day's results are in, and as we know, Aston Villa beat Coventry by a 0-0 in the early game. And then the other games, we've only managed to draw against Arsenal. Leeds losing to Ipswich 2-1. Chelsea beating Newcastle 1-0. Nottingham Forest beating Brentford 1-0. Tottenham beating Bournemouth by 3-0. West Ham 1-0 winners against Brighton. Liverpool beating managerless, should I say, Manchester United. And Manchester City very late. It was 0-0 until the 96th minute. I had a penalty, and Bernardo Silva gave Manchester City a very slender win, which means the table looks like this at the end of that. They still have a game in hand, and we are only 1 point in front of them. They've closed the gap down to 1 point and a game in hand. Tottenham are third, also on 57 points. Liverpool move up into fourth with 55 points, and they have a game in hand as well, so they could close it right down. We could have Manchester City in front of us and Liverpool breathing down our necks on goal difference, and then there's quite a big gap down to Chelsea, who are in fifth place on 48 points. Arsenal dropping down to sixth on 47. They've had only one win in their last 5 games. We need to get back to winning ways very, very quickly. And if we don't, we could be in trouble. And bearing in mind, those teams around us still have games in hand. Right, it's the Champions League. Next up, it's the knockout playoff round of 16, and we need a win in the away leg to bring back to Selhurst Park. Can we do it? So here we are on match day. It's a game against Napoli, and we need to acquit ourselves well in the first leg if we are to progress. Let's have a quick look at, well, before we look at the day's games, let's have a quick look at how we finished in the league phase just quickly. Here we go. And you will see we finished 16th and Napoli finished 19th. 4 wins. Their wins coming against AZ, Club Brugge, Freiburg and AEK. They managed a draw against Rangers, a 2-2 draw against them, and their losses were against Manchester City, a 1-0 loss, Real Madrid 3-1 loss, and they lost 4-3 in their final game against Marseille. Yeah, they obviously troubled, shall we say, in that game. So that's how they ended up down in 19th place. But today's games, obviously playing on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're looking at Tuesday games there. The Wednesday games there. Obviously, the teams playing away are the teams that finished on higher up the league. Teams finishing lower in the league are on away at home in the first leg. So they are the games coming up. But we're interested in beating or getting a result, at least, against Napoli. And here is the side that faces Napoli in this one. It's Henderson in goal, Mitchell, Gay, Drogosin and Gert Rudier making his debut, starting debut, shall we say, in place of Manus, who is suspended for today's game, having picked up too many yellow cards in the league phase. Doucouré comes back in as the defensive midfielder. Wharton is the midfielder ahead of him, and then the attacking line looks pretty much the same. It's Pino, Uche and Sarr across that attacking midfield. Bireth comes in for a tired Nketiah up front. Let's hope he can add to his scoring tally, as he seems to have started to find the net, scored 3 goals and 1 assist. Let's hope he can add to that today. The bench looking like this then. It's Benitez, Guy, Angore, Walker-Smith, Lacroix, Dans, Yarami, Lerma, Esse. Kamada's back from international duty, which is good news. Xerxes and Nketiah. And here we are at the Stadio Diego Maradona. They're playing a 4-3-3 today. They're second in the Serie A currently. And they're making 6 changes from the side that beat Roma 5-3 in the last game. And Lukaku scored a hat-trick. Let's hope he doesn't today. And we're playing in our goldy colour. You can just about see my shirt. I need to alter this somehow to see, so I can. It looks like I'm looking over the top of the thing as we line up on the pitch. And Lukaku getting us underway. And headed away. Looks like we had him under pressure there. Pino, Wharton, Gertrudia, Decore. Oh, and the ball given away by Decore. Tried to get it through to Wharton, but he missed. Long is in. And Long just needs to get this back in the box and we're in trouble. And he scored. It was Lang, actually. I thought he said Long. And they take the lead after 8 minutes, and that's not the start that we wanted. It was Drogosin who didn't get the interception. And Lang profits. And we pick up from the restart and ball given away again. What is going on? I think it was Pino this time. And if we go 2 behind very quickly, we are in trouble. Napoli happy to attack us. And this one to the edge of the area. And luckily, over the top. A long ball out of defence. And I don't like those at all. And we've given possession away again. And we've not really been in this game at all. Looking at the stats, nearly half hour on the clock. Neres goes rambling along, pulls it back for Lang, who scores again. And now we are in trouble. Napoli just tearing us apart. And we've not managed this game at all well. Neres saw Lang unmarked. Oh, and it took a deflection off of Gertrudia and into the back of the net past Henderson. And we have a corner, 36 minutes on the clock. Can we get one back here? Swung in. And it's Uche's off target. Goal kick. And they're back up the line again. Causing us all sorts of problems. I've gone back to the goalkeeper. In fact, that's gone out for a corner. And we will see the corner. Wharton with the corner. It's going to be a short one. Pino is out there. Back to Wharton. Wharton into the area. Ooh, goalkeeper diverts it wide. And now a corner the other end. This one to the back post. I think our time in the Champions League could be over, boys and girls. Neres picked out Lukaku. And Adam Wharton, who's marking him. And Lukaku deposits in the back of the net. And yeah, we are in trouble. As we head into half time. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And well, we've been the poor relations. 58% of the possession for Napoli. 10 shots, 3 on target. And they've scored from all 3. We've had 6 shots, 1 on target. Albeit our XG is slightly better than theirs. Maybe there is hope. And Bireth gets us underway for this second half. And we need to try and get something back. Gertrudia is on the ball. Pino, right, I think he needs to come off. He's made too many mistakes. Gertrudia retrieves the ball, though. Wharton, Eche. We can get this back a little bit. We might stand a bit of a chance. Saar! And it's Uche putting it away, and he has got a goal back. And maybe, as I said, at half-time, it's not all over. Bireth supplying Saar. It was a good ball. We've switched Saar and Pino on opposite sides. Uche, despite the defender's attempts to stop it, puts it in the back of the net. Lukaku getting us back underway. I hope that doesn't mean that they're going to immediately get back at us. We'd like to think we could win this ball and maybe, just maybe, get back on terms. In fact, Sarr has won that ball. Sarr holding the ball up. Needs a bit of support. Wharton is there. Wharton round his man. Uche. Uche goes out wide to Pino. Pino can redeem himself here. Pulls it back for Wharton. Pino, but he's slightly off target. Lang is on the ball. And again, we need to win this ball back. We'll press them and win it high up if we can. Get straight onto a counter-attack would be good. Xerxes is registered now, of course, and that's Lukaku getting his second and their fourth. And yeah, the 3-goal gap didn't last long. Just as we thought we might be getting back into this, we let Lukaku have the ball and he's put it away. And with 71 minutes on the clock, Sarr picks that ball up from a poor throw. Is Sarr going on his own? He's not any support. He has put it away. And we've got another one back. Sarr all on his own, an individual goal. And goodness me, the bad, poor throw. And we'd like them to make a couple more mistakes like that. Would be very nice. Sarr waiting for some help. Xerxes was behind the play. Finally got there, but Sarr decided that he could put it past Savic. As we fast approach full time, 5 minutes added on at the end of this game. Will we get another highlight? Could we get another goal back? 4-3 won't be too bad, but we're not going to, I don't think. It's pretty much all done and dusted. And it's all over. And we have lost 4-2 to Napoli. We were behind 3 goals at half-time and never seemed to recover, really. And we thought we were back in it when Uche scored on 49. But Lukaku put pay to that. A 3-2 wouldn't have been too bad. I guess 4-2 is not insurmountable, but we need to play a lot better in the return leg. 57% of the possession for Napoli. They had 14 shots, 5 on target. We had 12 shots, 5 on target. Pretty even Stevens. We had a better XG, 1.88 against their 1.5. We did have parts of that game. We just need to capitalise. And I think we're missing a Mateta up front who can put the ball away. While you come back, the day's results. Barcelona beating Athletic Club 3-2. In that game, Bayern Munich and Leverkusen playing out a 0-0 draw. Monaco losing 2-1 to Porto. And we lost 4-2 to Napoli. That is how it has ended at the end of this round of games. In fact, we'll press that. We'd have got it there before. Manchester City have played in the Premier League. They have used up their game in hand, and the good news is they've only managed a draw against Fulham, a 0-0 draw, which means that we remain top, and we are equal on points, but they have a slightly inferior goal difference to us. So maybe things are going in our way. The only team that has got a game in hand now is Liverpool, and they could equal us on points, but they do have an inferior goal difference. So things are looking a little bit better in the Premier League. Let's hope it stays like that. We'll round up on that at the start of the next episode. We're going to come back for an FA Cup 4th round tie, which should have been in this episode, but because of the Champions League, got pushed out. So we've got that on coming up on Sunday. An FA Cup 4th round tie, and then it's a Champions League knockout playoff around second leg. We've got 2 goals to get back from the first leg, so we've got our work cut out, but we are at Selhurst Park, which is good news. So that's coming up on the next episode, which I hope you can join me for. But I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Where Eagles Dare as they are released, and new episodes Where Eagles Dare released every Monday and Thursday, 4:15 p.m. I'm sorry this one's late. The best way to keep up to date what's happening on this channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Hope to see you for the next episode. Thank you for watching. Till next time, when we face an FA Cup fourth round and the second leg of the knockout playoff round in the Champions League. Can we progress? Let's hope so.